have to take steps. You have to take the initiative. You have to be willing to take a leap, because that's the only way that you're really going to find out, and that's the only way that you're really going to be successful. You can't be nervous. You can't be. You just really have to be willing to try, and that's what it's all about. You have to be willing. You have to be teachable, so to say. And since I've been at KIP, I've actually had to work. When I was in my previous public school, I don't want to say I cruised through, but I pretty much made all A's. Never once made anything less than a B. But the moment I hit KIP, the curriculum itself is so different. They challenge you. I remember getting my first C, and it was like, Mom, what happened? It's a life change. I would say that. They really make what's important. And if I want you to leave this room with one thing today, I just want you to know that KIP really can work for you, because it's really helped me to become more proactive in my studies. And I would say that they pretty much they've sharpened and increased my interest in my education, and now I think I'm well on the course to become successful.
Thank you. Let me ask you a question while you're there. Do you think that the time that you were there, that the teachers' expectations, I know they were higher, evidently from what you said and what we looked at, how did it affect your own personal expectations of what you wanted to learn and what you thought you could learn?
Quite a bit. Pretty much like we've heard so far today, KIP School, the main teachers that are there have come through the Teach for America program. And one thing that just clicked in my mind was, if these teachers can come from, from wherever they come from, just random states all over the country, and to this rural area, expect you to do better, be better, and be one of the best students in the state, what's stopping you from doing it yourself? And once I thought about that, it just clicked in my mind that I should be doing just as much, if not more, than what these teachers are willing to do. Because they're away from home. I think they've committed they've sacrificed, I don't want to say a lot more, but they've sacrificed quite a bit to come and teach us. And that just stands out. You have to be willing.
So what I'm understanding is that their greater expectations made yours greater.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much for being here. We're really proud of you, and thank all of you for being here today. We will have another meeting. We will have a public comment meeting where we will receive written comments, and then people will be allotted times. What we did last year, it's very helpful to have that. It will probably be the first week in January or the first week of the session in January. We're not going to issue any report before then. To the members of the task force, we would ask you to give your thoughts to the State Department call, and who would be the best person to collect, Dr. Burnham or Paul Summerall. Any thoughts you have? We've had several topics. We're going to have to issue a report. We will probably issue the report. I probably will issue the report after the public comment period. But as you begin thinking back over the last 5 sessions, what you've heard, what recommendations you might have for future actions, we need to start collecting that information. I don't think we're going to take any public comments today. We're going to do this.
One comment. I really, Representative Brown, I just have one comment.
Okay, what?
My name is Ellen Ray. I'm a parent from Holmes County, and we've had public comments as a public. I am a parent in a failing school and a failing district. When I look on the task force, when I look around this room, my children, my community is not representing on this task force. We come with public comments, but we need to be engaged in dialogue, public policy dialogue, because the decisions that you all are talking about now affects us. We have some real questions and we want dialogue.
Well, I think, I will cut you off, but I think you know, and I'm a little defensive about this, in the legislative process, we have had everybody we can engaged. We have had public meetings, we've had legislative hearings, we've had meetings with every group, both publicly and privately. I know Senator Carmichael's office door is open and my office door is open. We can't sit here for 4 or 5 hours and do that. It just doesn't work very efficiently. And if you want to come back to the public comment period, if you want to submit written comments, if you want to come to our committee meetings, if you want to come to any subcommittee meetings that we have, you're certainly welcome. This is an open process, and I do think you're represented here. The fact that they're not here doesn't mean that they weren't invited to be here. The task force members is a pretty broad representation of various groups, so we will have, nothing's going to be done legislatively until you have an opportunity to present your points to the people that are going to have to make the decisions on that, and that will be the legislative committees and the governor's office. Mr. Chairman? Anybody else on the committee? Well, thank you again, and we will be back in touch with everybody when we have the public comment meeting.